All right, we are live for episode 6 on our Ultimate General Civil War playthrough. My goodness, it is unfortunate that we missed yesterday's live stream. It is how it be. We are currently having some car issues, and I had to spend a lot of time working on it. However, we are in it to win it, and I've got a solid 2 hours today to get it in. I've got some sealant drying on the car. So while it's drying, I'll probably let it cure for a whole 24 hours, but at least let it dry for 2 hours. Not that you need to hear that. So where were we? Live Union. And we did a couple of oddball, no commentary streams over the past few days. Yeah, we did go through our entire army here. And if I'm not mistaken, we even got this this group right here is all from our first corps, but we moved them down here, this 10 brigades, because the next battle is actually a 10 brigade battle. So 8th of October, 19th of September. So we're going to go in chronological order where we can. That's generally how we've been playing this. So the Battle of Iuka seems to be in Kentucky. Or maybe Tennessee. Advanced to Iuka, 19th of September, 1862. Your government requested to advance part of your army to Iuka and join elements of our forces in Tennessee that approached from the north. Little's Confederate division spotted near Jacinto Road Junction, 2 miles south of Iuka. He is taking up positions to halt your advance. You have to attack Little and clear the way to Iuka. So we already have this 10 Brigade Corps here ready. And that's all we can play in this battle. It's just 10 brigades. So we are just jumping right into it today. Yeah, it's kind of nice to prepare yourself on the previous live at the end. So when you come back on the next episode on this game, you just jump right into the battle. Instead of spending your first 10 minutes getting all your stuff ready. So one rebel division has taken positions to halt your advance. You have to attack the rebels and clear the way. Okay. So, as usual, we do have this Iron Brigade that was awarded to us on the last stream. So this will be the first time that we're able to use them. They actually have 2 ranks. Okay, our corps commander here. We do have a cavalry. And we have a skirmisher too on top of that. Our supply. And our 2 artillery. Which our 2 artillery. It probably won't take long for the 2 artillery to get into position. And I'm pretty sure we got the music down because, yeah, it's all the way down. Perfect. Yeah, if you're ever live streaming this game or doing recorded content, make sure you turn the music off. Trying to get our artillery here into position. We'll turn that ammunition off for a little bit. Turn the supply off for a little bit. So the Iron Brigade is leading the way. Either way, we're going to have to clear the path, because as far as I can tell, we kind of need to be on the offensive. I've got my skirmisher and cavalry kind of swinging out wide here. Well, I guess the artillery could come real close. There's our first little go ahead and charge them. Okay, stop the artillery. Iron Brigade, come back. Hold that artillery. Alright, Iron Brigade, just hold. I've got a feeling this is going to be a pretty easy engagement here, because these are some of our best troops right here. Oh! Get out of there. Did not see. You had that whole line there. See, I'd like to get them nice and close. Our cavalry behind our line. Oh yeah, we've got a nice crescent formed on them. Plenty of time to 2:16. That means there's like 2,100 seconds left. So plenty of time. And he's only got like 4 infantry brigades deployed along this picket fence. They are full 2,000 man brigades, but I mean, we've got them. That's no problem. I'll be a little bit closer here. See, that one's already routing. See if we can charge 691 cavalry versus 333. Oh yeah, we've got him repped up. Skirmishers engage that cavalry. See now. Now is when we charge all along the line. Keep our cavalry back there. Or our artillery back there. Oh, he's got some skirmishers over here. Okay. Okay, move the artillery up. So he's got a couple of skirmishers scattered about in the woods here. But we've easily taken this position. Alright, Tyler, hold right there. Porter, form up. Alright, you two. Form up right there. And you two. What about there? I think he's got some skirmishers in the woods over here. He's got a couple of cavalry down here. Alright, battle, come over here. Protect against the cavalry in the south. Well, we've got the junction. Oh yeah, he's not going to take it. And our cavalry got chewed up a little bit over here. Alright, you hold right there. You'd think that would flank them, but Now we can just easily chase them down. We've already met the victory conditions easily on this. Our skirmishers kind of keep getting pushed back, oddly enough. Not sure what's quite going on there. There you go, start shooting them skirmishers in the woods. Nice. The artillery's got range on his guns. Oh yeah, we're chewing him up. He had like 2,000 men in his infantry brigades. They're down to like 1,100, 1,200 now. Some of our infantry is getting low on ammunition, though. The artillery's full. Yeah, there's the skirmishers right there. Oh, creeping him up. I think now it's just going to be a bit of a waiting game for the timer to run out, and just keep doing as much damage as you can. So far we've only lost like, 300-400 in each brigade. Tyler, move up. Porter, move up. McClellan, move up. You two stay right there. Shoot that cavalry. Our cavalry just... You actually have okay condition. Exhausted, exhausted. This cavalry up here, this 2nd Missouri, they're kind of like bugging out over here by this house. Other than that, we've steadily been pushing him back across the board. Oh, because they have the Colt and the Saber. Okay. Oh my goodness, we've just been inflicting massive casualties on him. Ammunition? Ammo, ammo, we're coming, we're coming. We're coming with the ammo, buddy, calm down. We should give him any charge. Only Tyler's the only brigade that has condition to charge. I'm just sandwiching him up on the corner. Easy victory. Easy victory. That was like no contest. Oh yeah, we had him we had a lot more strength, starting strength than he did. It's about the same artillery, but we had almost twice as many infantry as he had. Cavalry, he did have quite a bit of cavalry. Yeah, the Iron Brigade. Oof. Yeah, none of our brigades lost more than 500 men, which is pretty good for this game. McClellan has been promoted, and we captured some MJ&G Type 2s, some Mississippis. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Okay. Good first battle. So what we'll do now, make sure everybody's up to snuff. This guy, see, we just picked up another 580 of that weapon, so we can increase his size enough to equip those weapons. So now his Appler is 1898. And as far as this group, all we gotta do... Oh, you got a veterancy too, but you're gonna lose it when we upgrade you. Let's put you down here and keep your skill. For the cavalry, we definitely want speed. Select. So he won't be full strength, but he has a perk now. Everybody else, just get them up to snuff. Oh, you actually lost a perk. No, do not want that.
Yes, sir.
Most of these infantry brigades have at least the one perk. The only one that has two is our Iron Brigade. They have two right now. Our cavalry, it should be getting close to having a second perk. Okay, let's career. We could just put our organization up all the way. Let's get our training up. Increasing your training allows you to replenish unit losses with new veterans for a lower cost and keep the unit skills at a high level. That's a good one to use on future playthroughs, I think. Starting off with getting the training up. That would be pretty beneficial at the beginning. Okay, next battle. Perryville, 8th of October, 1862. Okay. I never did really do a sound check. Next battle. Okay. So in this battle, you can have 14 brigades. So we'll go to camp and we'll pick our 14 best brigades. Put them in the Sumner Corps here. Because we've already got 10 right here. So we just add another 4. Not sure about some of these gentlemen's weapons. Okay, most of these guys are basic. One, two, three. Oh. Need to make another division. 3, 4. So now in this third corps we have 14 brigades. 1 skirmisher, 1 cavalry, 2 artillery, and the rest in infantry, which is a total of 10. 10 infantry brigades, and it's our 10 best. So that will be ready for the next battle. So save. Live. Perfect. And on to the next optional battle, working our way to the Battle of Fredericksburg. Perfect, 14 brigades. So Battle of Perryville, 8 October 1862. Our scouts reported that the rebels are deploying their infantry near Perryville. The town controls an important road junction, and it's a valuable source of fresh water. We must defeat them to secure the strategic area of Kentucky. Deploy your troops around Widow's Bottom farm and wait for further orders. Okay. may attempt to attack us, and you will not have reinforcements until tomorrow. Hold your ground. Okay, so looks like we need to hurry up and get over here and defend. I don't know where they're going to be coming from, but either way, just stick all the infantry up top. That way we can start the battle, and we can just grab all of them and move them up. But we're pretty stacked right here. So grab all the infantry. And move them all up here. And the two on the far left wing, Moody and Porter, we might just move them kind of here in reserve. Alright, get the artillery up here. Skirmisher we'll bring over here. Cavalry over here. Just to investigate our furthest most wing. Kind of keep an eye on him doing any flanking maneuver. Man, Tyler is rushing up there. Yeah, that Battle of Iuka, that was easy. We easily had that under control. If I was to guess, he's just going to come from up north. That's my best bet. And he's going to cross here. We'll run into him eventually. Moody and Porter, they'll be in reserve. So we have dropped off tremendously on our view count and viewership, due mostly to scheduling, I think. That, I'm not sure how much enjoyment this game is for watching. As far as playing, okay, you stop. Okay, so he's really going to be coming from this area. So let's position ourselves a little bit differently here. Moody and Porter, come over here. Okay, fall back. So mostly he's on the right side of the battlefield. So good thing we had Moody and Porter in reserve, because we're going to turn them this direction. And the Iron Brigade here. The Iron Brigade and Couch. We'll swing around them. Okay, skirmishers fall back. Get out of there. I want to get this tightened up a little bit here. So he might try to flank us. And he's going to have a hard time because we're pretty... Oh, no. I did not mean for you to charge. Don't even think about that. You keep an eye down there. See, the Iron Brigade and Couch, they'll kind of swing around here. There's 2,630 men in Smith Brigade. My goodness. Just hide out here, kids. Let that cavalry hide there. Don't do anything rash. Oh, Walton was broke. Moody and Porter across the river here. Arnold's a little bit flanked, but we can turn him. Oh, dang it. He had a brigade across the river there. You sneaky. Get back over on this side of the river. Hold right there. Alright, cavalry, charge them guns. Hurry up before his cavalry gets back there. Oh my goodness, they are taking a pounding of artillery fire. Get through that farm, charge them guns. There you go. Nice. Alright, Porter. Back over here. Alright, Walton, move up. Arnold, move up. Fill that gap. Oh yeah, they're chewing that artillery up. Come on, get in there. Nice job from the cavalry there. Where did that enemy infantry brigade go? It was Jones' brigade. He's hiding out somewhere around here. Those skirmishers are going to mess our cavalry up. Alright, fall back. They did a good job roughing up his artillery there. So now we can flank Jones here. Oh, get out of there. Yeah, Jones is in trouble now. Nice. Alright, Porter, get across that river. Moody, get across that river. Now we can get across the river while he's pulling back. We're going to take our supply wagon, go up and down the line. Give everybody some ammunition. Now let our cavalry take a break. Oh, these skirmishers are chasing us down. See if you can... Oh, he's falling back. Sneaky. He could sneak somebody around here, but that'd be a big movement for him to make right now. It's a lot easier when you're the defender, because you don't have to struggle so much to make any flanking maneuvers. See, now he's going to get flanked. Just let our cavalry get their condition up. That's really when you want to use your cavalry, to be honest. When you've got an infantry that is routing and falling back, that's when you rough them up with your cavalry. Because it keeps him from being able to recover his morale, if I'm not mistaken. Because it, like, applies continuous pressure. And he doesn't get a break. Alright, so bring our supply wagon down here. Actually, hold up right there just for a minute. Make sure the Iron Brigade gets plenty of ammunition. Because the Confederates are kind of heavy infantry over here. Honestly, should bring our Corps Commander up here. That would help out with morale. There's about 350 seconds left. Let's see if our cavalry can do anything again. Okay, bring the supply wagon this direction. That's all the bullets you guys can have for now. Yeah, I don't want to charge. There's an artillery piece somewhere around here, but he's got too much infantry here. I know he's got a skirmisher back here somewhere. There it is. Yeah, charge that artillery. Get in there. Oh, our cavalry's doing a great job just annoying his artillery. I hate to put battle in the riverbed, but cut him up. Dang it. Alright, pull back, fall back. That was a bad position for you to charge. You know, we're kind of starting to roll them up over here on the left. He's so weak in the center. He's playing smart. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Our cavalry's in trouble. Oh, they're probably going to get captured. Get out of there. Get out of there. See, I'm tempted to charge all across the line here. Well, there's only 10 seconds left, might as well. Yeah, he was no slouch there. He had 20,000 infantry on the battlefield. But oh, look at the casualties. Oh my goodness. That was 3-to-1 KD ratio on an infantry. That is so telling on how much easier it is to be defensive than offensive. Wow, Franklin Brigade took 791 casualties. Oof. Where were they? They were over here on the left. Yeah, he was pretty heavy infantry right there. And they were probably taking artillery fire too. Yeah, it seems like the computer does a little bit better with his artillery as far as casualties. Okay, so beautiful. So far we've got 2 nice victories on the 2 optional battles there. Alright, so these were the 14 brigades that took place in that battle. So we're going to try and replace as many of them
Yes, sir.
as we can. Ooh, our skirmishers got a perk. Firearms course. Reloading, firearms accuracy. Yeah, let's give them the firearms course. And everybody else, we're just gonna... Yeah, see, look at Walton's brigade. He almost has enough to get his second perk. Arnold, a lot of these infantry brigades are getting close. Ooh, Couch is really close. If we had like one more optional battle like that, a lot of these infantry brigades would get their second perk. See, now I think we can get the Iron Brigade up to full strength with retaining both perks. Gorgeous. Oh yeah, a lot of these are real close. Oh, he was so close. And you gotta think, it was like...
Yes, sir.
Episode 2, I think. Episode 2 and 3, most of our army got completely annihilated. And we had to start from scratch. Okay, Ken Appler, he's got another 323 guns available of that MG&J rifle. So he's almost to full strength. The rest of our army is full strength. So career, we've got 1 career point. Yeah, it was right around here when we had the second episode. We had River Crossing, Crossroads, and Shiloh. Oof, those 3 battles were a huge skill check. And after that, we had to completely start our entire army over. If we didn't have to do that, a lot of our infantry brigades would have 2 perks now. Okay, economy, or let's get our training up, because there's still a lot more of the war to be fought. Okay, so we've got a little bit of funds here. We've got another 2,600 men, recruits. What we're going to do is just take a sneak peek at the Battle of Fredericksburg here and see, because this is a grand battle. So, you win this is when you get a lot of recruits and a lot of moolah. But, yeah, see, look how many brigades you could have. We could literally have 125 brigades if we wanted. Because you can have so much. We don't nearly have that. Either way, we're going to put everybody here back into our first corps, which is our main army. We only have that 4th corps right now just to do those optional battles. So this is a full corps here. 24 brigades in this corps. Our second corps has 12 brigades. It's full. And our third corps has 4 brigades. We're working on getting it up. So on the battle, the grand battle here at Fredericksburg, on the main attack, we can have our first corps, all brigades of the first corps. And then on the secondary attack, we can have our halfway decent, strong second corps. And on the second wave, we could have our third corps. So I think what we're going to do here is build up our second wave here. Because right here, the Confederacy is going to be really strong right here. Because this is the Battle of Fredericksburg. So he's probably going to have that stone wall, and he's going to be really strong right here. So our second corps, which has 10 infantry and 2 artillery, is just going to kind of hold the line here in front of the town. And our main large army, our good army, so to speak, our good corps, will be the main attack force, which will come down here, attack all these positions, and wrap up there. And then the second wave, which is our third corps, they'll probably get deployed, and they'll just, as our main army is rolling the Confederates up here, they'll probably just hold back any remnants as best as I'm guessing. So we need to build up our third corps. We almost need more artillery in the second corps. But infantry, in our armory, we've got plenty of Lorraine. We don't have too many recruits. So that's kind of an issue there. We could make a Palmetto brigade here. Because see, our recruits, we only have 2,500. So if we were to make a infantry brigade with the Palmetto, it would take 2,500 of our 2,600 man available. However, if we made a artillery brigade, we've got plenty of 6-pounders available, some 12-pounders. See, our artillery brigade, it only takes 600 men. You know what we'll do, though? Let's build up the second corps. On the second corps, which is the one that's right in front of the town of Fredericksburg, let's give them some artillery brigades here that we already have guns in the armory. So they'll be a little bit smaller, but it won't cost nothing. Just like that. That's why it's always good to look at your... We have a little bit to make some cavalry brigades. Then we could do in that third corps, we could make 2 200-man brigades of cavalry. Skirmishers, we can have a Same with that. So go to the 3rd Corps here. Make a cavalry sawed-off shotgun. We can get 264-man brigade. Boom. And over here we can make a Sharps model.
Yes, sir.
We'll do the same. We'll purchase a few of those. Another 250 man. And this is that 3rd Reserve Force. And we can make a Skirmisher Brigade. A little bit smaller, but we had something. Didn't we have some? I thought we had some Skirmisher rifles in our armory. Okay, we do not. We could make this reboard farmer musket here. What we really need is more recruits. So we might spend some reputation to get recruits. Oh, it doesn't give us that option. Well, that's not good. Ooh, we could get 12 20-pounder parrots. Ooh. So we can get plenty of moolah, but our recruits, we can only have so many. And we might get those 20-pounder parrots. Put it in this 2nd Corps here, which is heavy artillery. Reputation to spend, 41. Even though we have 61. I'm tempted, but, you know, honestly, on something you could just buy, why would you spend reputation on something you can buy? Right here, there's 7 available. Oh, because they're really expensive. Okay, well, maybe we will do that. Springfield, 1861. How many of those do we have available? None. So that's like a really good rifle. That would almost be better. To get 2,000 of those good rifles and make a nice infantry brigade. Probably put it in our 3rd Corps here, so we'd have one strong infantry there. Let's move, one of these gentlemen that don't have a lot of experience. Maybe Evans or Darden. We'll move Evans to our 3rd Corps. And in our 1st Corps here, we'll make an infantry brigade of about 1784, because that's the maximum amount of recruits we have. And we'll
Sir, yes, sir!
we'll give them the Springfield 1861, which will be a nice rifle. Let's go ahead and do that. So purchase this, and then come here, give them the Springfield 1861. Perfect. So we still got plenty of money left over, but we're out of recruits. We can't get any recruits by spending reputation. So we're only going to use 3 Corps. Went a little heavy on artillery on this one. 2 full artillery brigades and then 2 additional smaller ones. Because this brigade right here, or this corps here, this will be what's right in front of Fredericksburg. And I might as well give him the max supply on that corps. Alright, save as live Union. Perfect. So, no promises we can finish this battle, but we'll get started. We're pretty set. We've got as many brigades as we can have. We can get a good 35, 40 minutes in. Alright, so the main attack, we're going to put our first corps, which is our best army, or our best corps. The secondary attack, our second corps. They're going to be heavy artillery and just kind of a holding action. Doubt we're going to take that stone wall, but in the third corps, put them over here in the second wave. So our army is getting a little bit bigger, but it could be a lot larger, but we just don't have the recruits to make it that large, if that makes sense. That's why playing this game on the campaign, I've really noticed it. It really pays to, not take a lot of, not get wiped out. You get wiped out, it can really hurt you later. Because you imagine if we didn't get wiped out at a couple of battles earlier, we'd probably have an additional, maybe not 20 extra brigades, but maybe we'd have another 8 brigades on top of this, if that makes sense. So no reserves. We've got the main attack, secondary attack, and second wave. No idea what this battle's going to be like, but we're just going to go for it. The Army of the Potomac is preparing to cross the Rappahannock River at Fredericksburg. The Confederates have destroyed all bridges, but our engineers are currently constructing pontoon bridges. Okay. The rebels are delaying our engineers with their snipers, but our men are progressing and will soon complete 2 bridges at this section. A few hundred meters away, we are constructing another bridge. Three bridges are being built to the east to allow control of the southern part of the town. We will execute the main attack from this side, advance and destroy the rebel right flank, which it would be our army's left flank, but the rebels' right flank. It's always on whatever side of the enemy when you're talking about a flank, whatever side they're facing. So the Confederates are facing this way. So their right flank's over here and their left flank's over here. If the army's facing up here and they're facing down, their left flank would be over here and their right flank would be over here. It's on whatever direction they're facing. Prospect Hill is heavily defended by the Confederates, but if we secure it, we will ensure a decisive victory. This hill overlooks the rail lines supplying the Confederate Army and offers a fast mean of transport to Richmond. Well, this is the area where we have our main corps stationed at, so if anything could break it, it would be there. The center of the Confederate forces are located on this hill, securing Telegraph Road. The ground is heavily fortified and harsh. An attack here is not advised. Okay, so we might avoid that area. Mary's Heights controls the Confederate left flank and has heavily entrenched positions. We should attack Mary's Heights to distract their forces while we overwhelm their right flank. Well, we won't necessarily attack, but we've got several artillery pieces over here. I'm hoping. And then we can kind of just pelt at them. One thing I'm concerned about this grand battle is, if you remember our episode 5, the previous grand battle we had, it did not give us all of our available brigades. Even though we deployed everything, not everything showed up on the battlefield during the entire fight. It was a bit odd. It was like we were missing something. Confederate snipers are harassing. Yeah, we already read that. Force the Confederates to withdraw from the town so the engineers can complete. Okay. So right here, we just need to take some of our gentlemen in the 2nd Corps here and force these guys to pull back. So here we go. We are starting the grand battle of Fredericksburg here. So I guess we can cross over. I guess we can't cross over. So it's probably separated in several bits and pieces. That's kind of one cool thing I've liked about this game so far, is the grand battles. They're kind of, it's all kind of separated in phases. So even though we have 40-some brigades, this first phase we're just starting off with 3. Alright, let's just go ahead and charge. Get over there. Go ahead, push him back. And hopefully we can push him back. Contested Fredericksburg, okay? So yeah, just push him back. Trying to get them to line up this way. Sometimes the infantry, they have a hard time wiggling themselves straight. But I think we've got them out of the town here. Get them out of the town. Yeah, there you go. Now you can kind of straighten up. It's kind of odd fighting in the streets. I've actually zoomed in as much as I can. Okay, so first phase is done. We've secured the town. So second phase. Do 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 do. Okay. Uh, yeah, there's nothing to do. Okay, so second phase maybe is when everybody else gets deployed. Today we are ready to advance. Hooray! You should concentrate your forces to attack Prospect Hill. Watch out for rebel cavalry masking their right side, which means they might have some cavalry all the way on the right side of the map. Okay, this isn't everybody. Yeah, see, this is our third corps. So this is the entirety of our third corps. So the whole third corps showed up. Okay, maybe this is everybody. Okay, game time. He's the leader of the first corps. Okay, so this is everybody. 16 plus 8, that's 24. Okay. Oh, so the rest of our second corps is probably way up here in the north. Okay, so as far as these guys are concerned here, our third corps, we're going to have these gentlemen. We might have the cavalry kind of hang out over here just to keep an eye on the battlefield. Everybody else here, though, oh, you can't cross that river, I don't think. Maybe. You might be able to ford it right there. We'll see. If not, they'll just have to march across the bridge. We'll take these, put them actually over here. And the cavalry will just do like that. Okay, Iron Brigade all the way over here. Yeah, we are really going to be a solid blue line here. So our third corps up here across the river, they're just going to act as reserves, filling the gap, so to speak. All right, let's put this Lyle Brigade way over here. I think they're the ones that have yeah, they got that nice rifle we just bought. All right, same with the cavalry. Artillery, bring them up a little bit. Definitely going to do a save here. So that's what we want. We want to take that objective. So for a victory, you have to hold victory conditions. Okay, so for victory conditions, it seems to be that there's two options. Either you can hold Mary's Heights and the Telegraph Road, or you can hold Prospect Hill and Mary's Heights or Telegraph Road. Either way, I think you have to hold at least 2 out of 3 in order to get a victory on this battle. As best as I can figure. Alright, skirmishers, get over here in the wings. Artillery, join up the main attack down there. Cavalry over here. Supply. Okay, so these 4 infantry brigades, we're going to stack them up over here. And they will just slowly work their way down there. Oh, you can't save. Okay. Now you can save. So probably just grab like a few at a time here. I'm guessing these gentlemen here, pull them up over here. We might use them to take Prospect Hill. Not Prospect Hill. The Telegraph Road. Alright, cavalry, come down here. Do some scouting. Alright, ideally, I think we want to get our artillery positioned right there. So if we position our artillery there, that means we want our infantry just in front. So this infantry we can work down. These guys, I don't know. Okay, so those cavalry are doing nothing up there, so bring them down here. Trying to position them. Like so. And these 4 infantry, we'll bring them like that. So our plan is to just push them all the way in the corner over here. Bring this cavalry down here too. All of our cavalry down there. Matter of fact, bring the skirmishers up too. Up here, we'll just position these 3 infantry brigades and our 2 artillery up here. See, our artillery here is going to be the one to knock them off the fence. Once all the infantry gets lined up, we'll start tightening the noose. Yeah, these gentlemen just hang out up here. Hold, hold. Hold, hold. Hold. Actually, no, don't let the corps commander hold. Battle, get back up there. Yeah, he does have a lot of cavalry over here. Well, we've got Lyle with their beautiful Springfield rifles. Alright, if they get close, then we'll put them on a hold. So we'll get all of our cavalry here, our skirmishers, and they'll be able to push them to the side. Oh yeah, it's heavy right here. McClellan, Denison, and Iron Brigade are going to come under some serious fire right here. Need to get this infantry here into the woods, pushing them this way. All of our artillery has pretty good range. Our skirmishers up here in the gap. Get back up there, Denison. Iron Brigade hold. Tyler, face this way. Porter, hold. Yeah, he's heavy right here. Alright, you two attack here. You two attack here. And all 3 of you position like that. Boyle, come in a little bit. All the Iron Brigade is routing. Probably shouldn't be rushing this, but really counting on our artillery to shake them up right there. Alright, get down there. We're getting a little bit weak in the center here. And the cavalry's starting to rough them up down here. We need to knock these guys out of position here. We're charging on their left flank. Nice, we're knocking out their left flank here. Alright, you run him down. You two are cutting him up. Oof. I had to pause for a minute. Alright. Alright, Iron Brigade, get back in there. All of you really need to just position like that. And we're doing a good job on the wing here. Alright, Porter, turn this way. Oh, we've captured this cavalry brigade. Nice. Alright, Tyler, you need to get back into the action there. Okay. You four attack here. You attack him. But we're roughing up his cavalry bad. Hold, battle, hold. One thing I don't understand is how we haven't destroyed that corps commander yet. There we go. Another brigade surrendered. That infantry brigade. Oh, ammo. That's, get that supply wagon down there. Oh, we are capturing so many of his brigades. Any captured brigade, I'm pulling it back to our artillery. Now our center's kind of holding. Alright, all of you. Looks like we need to get up in there a little bit quicker than I thought. Because we're kind of... the timer is starting to wind down a little bit. I at least got a cavalry back there. Alright, Buckley, go chase him down. You two, come over here. Actually, all three of you. Yeah, we need to start closing this. We need to start closing this in a little bit quicker here. I think he rescued... no. Yeah, we've captured 2 cavalry and 1 infantry brigade. 3 cavalry and 1 infantry. Yeah, Lyle is really sneaking up behind his line here. I was trying to break through right there. Alright, come on, infantry. Move up. Alright, skirmishers, get in there. A little sketchy over here. See, once this infantry here, they can just get over here. Oh, it is so sketchy in the center. I gotta pause. He he tried to do a little push out in the center there. That is so sketchy right there. My goodness. We're just counting on the Iron Brigade, Porter, Tyler, McClellan. We're really counting on them to hold that center with our artillery. It's taking longer than I thought to get our infantry over here in the west. It's taking them forever to get to, swing down and take them. I mean, we've done really good. We've captured several of their cavalry brigades, 3 of their cavalry, 1 of their infantry. We're doing very good with that. But it is getting tricky right here. All right, you flank attack. You 2 attack here. Iron Brigade hold. Game time, just pull up here. Artillery is firing down the center. I'm kind of charging them right here for the moment. So let's just keep pushing. Alright, you don't have too many charges that you can use. Our cavalry here can help support a little bit. We don't want him to rescue his prisoners, that's for sure. Okay, Lyle is coming under heavy fire down there. Alright, McClellan. Straighten up. Order hold. This cavalry just stay right there. Alright, skirmishers, get back up here. Oh, they're chasing this guy all the way across the map. I mean, we've got him sandwiched. He's getting sandwiched right now. Oh man, he is just routing us. We're a lot larger than he is, but he is just doing such a good job. And if only these guys could just get in there. Alright. Did they take care of that? They're still duking it out with that cavalry there. You just keep covering our wing up there. So he's kind of opened up the backside here a little bit. But it's getting to be a little too late because we're starting to finally swing in behind him. Alright, McClellan, get back in there. Charge. Anybody that's decent condition, charge in there. Yeah, now he's starting to kind of tighten up a little bit. We just have a little bit more time. How many times you hear that? Man, we've got him surrounded now. You know what we need to do? We need to just get a brigade up in there to contest it. They're still duking it out. Still duking it out with that cavalry. Alright, you're just watching our flank, keeping our artillery covered. Oh, if you could only charge right there, that'd be perfect. Dang. Ran out of time. But, I mean, I don't think it's over. I think you can come back to it. I think we're actually doing really well right here. It's just going to move to another phase of the battle. And then I think it'll go to this phase of the battle, and then it'll open everything back up. That's usually how these battles are kind of going right here. Meanwhile, the attack at Mary's Heights is commencing. Rebels use the cover of a thick stone wall, and behind them is a large number of cannons defending the hill. Your advance will cost the lives of many men. It is unavoidable. Is it, though? Is it? So this is going to start this phase of the battle. And I think when this phase, the timer runs out, it should open up the whole battlefield. But this is our second corps here, and our second corps is nothing to sneeze at. It's on the up and up. It's not as powerful as our first corps. Our first corps, we've almost got them surrounded down there. We've almost got them surrounded and annihilated. But our second corps is nothing to sneeze at. Now, he's going to definitely have the upper hand here. But I think if we just kind of, take our time here and slowly creep up, that'll be the best bet. But right there, we're probably going to save it right there. Actually, we have to get into position here. Oops. What happened to that brigade? Hold on a minute. Did I just get rid of that brigade? I went from 13 to 14. That might have not been good. Oh, okay. Phew. I was like, dang. So you can just kind of minimize it and bring it back into the field. So we're going to put all of our infantry right here. And Pleasanton, why not? And we do have 4 artillery. 2 large artillery. And we'll put all of our artillery right here on this open ground, so they can immediately open up the battle. That gun does not have that big of a range. That one has okay range. Why does that gun have such a short range? Because that is a 12-pound howitzer. 6-pound field gun. 10-pound. 10-pound. Okay, so the 10-pound ordnance has significantly more range than some of these other cannons. So we'll creep them up like that. And the supply wagon, put them right there. So this is going to be a sketchy battle right here. But our artillery is unable to fire on anything that they cannot see. So we're not going to get too offensive here for the moment. Pleasanton, we're just going to work him around, keep an eye on our wing. See, down here we do have our 3rd Division down here. So when the battlefield does open up, we'll have them available. Tyler's already taking a pounding. See, now our artillery should be able to start firing on him. At least I would think they would be able to. Okay, now they're firing on him. Okay. Bring our corps commander here. So just slowly creep around here. Don't get too drastic. As soon as I like where they're at, I just put them on a hold formation. And our artillery, we'll have the artillery focus on 1 brigade at a time. So he's got a distinct advantage here with that stone wall, but I'm hoping that those few extra guns we picked up can help picket him, so to speak. And we might be able to take these 4 brigades here and charge Hook Brigade and take that southern wall pretty quick. Pleasanton, just stay right there. Don't want him to sneak around anything. And there's our 1st Brigade getting routed. Okay. Save right there. So, we are doing good. We are doing really good. So, when we come back for our next episode, hopefully tomorrow, heck, it could be tonight, you never know. It's hard to do a commentary on night streams because we have the whole crew here, but when we come back for our next episode, we will continue this beautiful battle of Fredericksburg. And we are on to what I think is a very good start. I appreciate everybody coming out on a live stream today. Until